meet our young hero, Jack. Jack is a nice, healthy, normal teenage boy. Jack is popular in his school and has many nice friends. Jack is an Eagle Scout. Jack plays on the varsity basketball team. Jack is an honor roll student. Jack plans to go on a mission soon. He's been preparing for it since he was 8 years old. Yes, Jack is a fine young man, but like so many of our developing young men today, Jack has been tempted by an immoral activity: self-abuse.
Masturbation is a technical term for an act our Heavenly Father calls self-abuse. If any of you have been seduced into this immoral act of depravity, be assured that you can be cured of your difficulty if you determine it must be so. For that is the first step. That is where we begin. You must decide that you will end this practice. And when you make that firm decision, the problem will be greatly reduced at once. If you truly make up your mind, you'll have the strength to resist any tendencies and temptations which may come to you. Let's observe the following guidelines with our friend, Jack.
Refrain from drinking large amounts of fluids before retiring. Keep your bladder empty. Never touch the intimate parts of your body except during normal toilet processes.
Avoid being alone as much as possible. Find good company and keep this company.
Be outgoing and friendly. Force yourself to be with others and learn to enjoy working and talking to them.
Use principles of developing friendships that are found in such books as How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
However, if you are associated with other persons having this same problem, you must break off their friendship. Never associate with other people having the same weakness. Don't suppose the two of you will quit together. You never will. You must get away from people of that kind. Just to be in their presence will keep your problem foremost in your mind. For that is where it really exists. Your mind must be on other and more wholesome things. When you bathe, do not admire yourself in the mirror. Never stay in the shower for more than 5 or 6 minutes, just long enough to bathe, dry, and dress. Leave the shower curtain and bathroom door partly open to discourage being alone in total privacy. Take cool, brief showers and then get out of the bathroom and into a room where you will have some member of your family present. When in bed, if that is where you have the problem for the most part, dress yourself for the night so securely that you cannot easily touch your vital parts, and so that it would be difficult and time-consuming for you to remove those clothes, thereby giving you time to sufficiently control your thinking. But if the temptation seems overpowering while you're in bed, get out of the bed and go into the kitchen and make yourself a snack. Even if it is the middle of the night, and even if you are not hungry, and despite your fears of gaining weight, the purpose behind this suggestion is that you get your mind on something else. You are the subject of your thoughts, so to speak. But Jack, be sure to reduce the amount of spices and condiments in your food. Spicy foods excite the libido.
Never read pornographic material. Never read about your problem. Keep it out of mind. Remember, first a thought, then an act. Put wholesome thoughts into your mind at all times. Read good books, scriptures. Make a daily habit of reading at least one chapter of the Book of Mormon.
Pray, but when you pray, don't pray about this problem, for that will tend to keep it up in your mind more than ever. Pray for faith. Pray for understanding of the Scriptures. Pray for the missionaries, the general authorities, your friends, your families, but keep the problem out of your mind by not mentioning it ever. Your testes are continually producing hundreds of millions of reproductive cells called spermatozoa. These travel up the vas deferens to a place called the ampulla.
The unnatural release of these precious bodily fluids begets an unhealthy effect on the organism of a person in the pale skin, hollow cheek, sunken, staring eyes, gaping mouth, and stooping body. The person becomes dull in mind, shuns the society of others, and seeks indulgence in secret. Such practices tend to arrest natural manly development and tend to unfit the adult for married life. In its worst forms, self-abuse is one of the chief forms of weak-mindedness and insanity.
Keep a calendar near you, but show it to no one. If you have a lapse in self-control, color the day black. Your goal will be to have no black days. The calendar becomes a strong visual reminder of self-control and should be looked at when you are tempted to add another black day. Keep your calendar up until you have at least 3 clear months.
In the field of psychotherapy, there is a very effective technique called aversion therapy. When we associate or think of something very distasteful with something which has been pleasurable but undesirable, the distasteful thought and feeling will begin to cancel out that which was pleasurable. If you associate something very distasteful with your loss of self-control, it will help you to stop the act.
For example, if you are tempted to masturbate, think of having to bathe yourself in a tub of worms. Eat several of them as you do the act. In very severe cases, it may be necessary to tightly secure your hand to an immobile object in order that the habit of masturbating in a semi-sleep, wet dream condition can be broken.
Do not let yourself return to any past habit or attitude patterns which were part of your problem. Satan never gives up. Be calm, confident, and on guard. Keep a positive mental attitude. You can win this fight. The joy and strength you will feel when you do will give your whole life a radiant and spiritual glow of satisfaction and fulfillment. Right, Jack?
Right.